A doctor and engineer entered a chocolate store. As they were busy looking around, the doctor stole 3 chocolate bars. As they left the store, the doctor said to the engineer, "Man, I'm the best thief ever. I stole 3 chocolate bars and no one saw me. You can't beat that." The engineer replied, "Okay. You want to see something better? Let's go back to the store and I'll show you real stealing." So they both went up to the counter and the engineer said to the shop boy, "Hey, would you like to see some magic?" The shop boy replied, "Yes." The engineer said, "Give me 1 chocolate bar." The shop boy gave him one and he ate it. He asked for the second and he ate that one as well. He asked for the third, which he also ate too. The shop boy asked, "Okay, what are you trying to pull here? Where's the magic?" The engineer replied, "Check in my friend's pocket. You'll find all 3 chocolate bars." Moral of the story: creativity outshines deception. Always remember that cleverness in a positive form, like the engineer's magic, is more impressive than achieving success through dishonest means. A man slaughtered a big cow, lit the grill, and said to his daughter, "Daughter, call our relatives, friends, and neighbors to eat with us. Let us feast." His smart daughter took to the street and started shouting, "Please help us put out a fire at my dad's house." After a few moments, a small group of people came out and the rest acted like they didn't hear her cry for help. Those who came ate and drank until late. The stunned father turned to his daughter and said to her, "The people who came, I barely know them. Some I have never seen them before. So, where are our relatives, friends, and neighbors?" The daughter replied her father, "Those who came out of their homes came to help us put out a fire in our house, and not for the party. These are the ones who deserve our generosity and hospitality." Moral of the story: the people you think were yours have never been yours. This is the irony of the life we live. Viktor Frankl, one of the great psychiatrists of the 20th century, survived the death camps of Nazi Germany. His little book, Man's Search for Meaning, is one of those life-changing books that everyone should read. Frankl once told the story of a woman who called him in the middle of the night to calmly inform him she was about to commit suicide. Frankl kept her on the phone and talked her through her depression, giving her reason after reason to carry on living. Finally, she promised she would not take her life. And she kept her word. When they later met, Frankl asked which reason had persuaded her to live. "None of them," she told him. What then influenced her to go on living? Her answer was simple. It was Frankl's willingness to listen to her in the middle of the night. A world in which there was someone ready to listen to another's pain seemed to her a world in which it was worthwhile to live. Often, it is not the brilliant argument that makes the difference. Sometimes the small act of listening is the greatest gift we can give. An old farmer lost his valuable old pocket watch while working in his barn. It may look like an ordinary, worthless watch, but it had a deep emotional value because this watch was a gift to him from his beloved. The farmer was very upset and started looking for his watch by turning the straw here and there. After searching for the watch for a long time, He got tired, but he didn't want to give up his search for his watch. So he asked a group of children playing outside for help. He promised them a good reward to the one who could find his precious watch. Eager to get the prize, the children rushed into the barn and circled the haystack to find the watch. After a long time of looking for it, by turning the stack of hay around, some of the children got tired and gave up searching. The number of children looking for the watch slowly decreased, and only a few tired children were left. Finally, the farmer also gave up hope of finding it and stopped searching. When the farmer was about to close the door of the barn, a little boy approached him and asked the farmer to give him another chance. The farmer was so desperate to find the watch that he allowed the little boy to look for the watch again in the barn. After a while, the little boy came up with the watch in his hand. The farmer was happily surprised after all the other children and himself failed to find the watch, and he asked the little boy how he managed to find it. The boy replied, "I sat at different spots on the ground next to the haystack and tried to hear the ticking of the clock. Quietly listening to it and paying attention to the direction of the sound made finding the watch much easier." The farmer was more than happy to find the watch and gave the little boy the reward as promised. A peaceful and calm mind can think better than an anxious mind. Allow your mind to be still for a few minutes every now and then. Sometimes you just need to relax and listen. There is a little coffee shop where two people arrive and approached the counter. "5 coffees, please. 2 for us and 3 hanging." They paid. They took their 2 coffees and left. I asked the waiter, "What's this about hanging coffees?" "Wait and you'll see." Some more people came in. 2 girls asked for a coffee each. They paid and left. The following order was for 7 coffees, and it was made by 3 women. 3 for them, and 4 hanging coffees. I was left wondering, what is the meaning of the hanging coffees they leave? Then, a man dressed in worn clothes, who looks like he might be homeless, arrives at the counter and asks sincerely, "Do you have a coffee hanging?" "Yes, we do, sir." They serve him a coffee. I got my answer. People pay in advance for a coffee that will be served to whoever can't afford a hot drink. This tradition started in Naples. Amazingly, it has spread throughout the world's cities and towns. It's also possible to order not only hanging coffees, but also a sandwich or a full low-cost meal. Wouldn't it be great if we could all start doing this in the cities and towns where we live? Small kindnesses like this can impact so many lives in ways we could never imagine. Once upon a time, a very strong woodcutter asked for a job in a timber merchant, and he got it. The pay was really good, and so was the work condition. For those reasons, the woodcutter was determined to do his best. His boss gave him an axe and showed him the area where he's supposed to work. The first day, the woodcutter brought 18 trees. "Congratulations," the boss said. "Go on that way." Very motivated by the boss' words, the woodcutter tried harder the next day, but he could only bring 15 trees. The third day he tried even harder, but he could only bring 10 trees. Day after day he was bringing less and less trees. "I must be losing my strength," the woodcutter thought. He went to the boss and apologized, saying that he could not understand what was going on. "When was the last time you sharpened your axe?" boss asked. "Sharpen? I had no time to sharpen my axe. I have been very busy trying to cut trees. Moral of the story: our lives are like that. We sometimes get so busy that we don't take time to sharpen the axe. In today's world, it seems that everyone is busier than ever, but less happy than ever. Why is that? Could it be that we have forgotten how to stay sharp? There's nothing wrong with activity and hard work, but we should not get so busy that we neglect the truly important things in life, like our personal life, taking time to fulfill our hobbies, giving more time for our family, taking time to read, enhancing our skills, upgrading our knowledge, being aware of our strengths and weaknesses, spending time for our self-development and health. We all need time to relax, to think and meditate, to learn and grow. If we don't take the time to sharpen the axe, we will become dull and lose our effectiveness. The client and the engineer is talking about the cost of the job. How much will it cost to do this job? 1.5 million. That's too expensive for this job. How much do you think it should cost? 800,000 max. It's a simple job. I can't do the job for so little. People in your line of work wants to make a huge profit. I'm sorry you feel this way. Why don't you do the job? But I don't know how to do any of that. For 300,000, I can teach you everything you need to know to do the job. You can then use 800,000 to do the job, and you're still saving 400,000. Also, you will obtain all the knowledge and the experience for the next time you need to do this job. Deal? Great. To start, you need to buy tools. You will need a chipping hammer, a nail gun, a laser, a drill, a mixer machine, grinder, PPE, and some other things. But I don't have any of those tools and I can't buy all that for just one job. Okay. I can rent you my tools for another 150,000. You're still saving 250K. That's cutting my savings. But I will rent your tools. Perfect. I'll be back Saturday and we can start. Wait. I can't on Saturday. I only have time today. I'm sorry. I only teach others on Saturdays. I have to prioritize my time and my tools needs to be in other jobs I have during the week. Okay then. I will sacrifice my family's plans on Saturday. Right. Me too. Oh. I forgot. If you're going to do the job yourself, you need to buy the materials. There's a high demand nowadays. So your best bet is to get a truck and be at the hardware store by 6 a.m. before other contractors get there. At 6 in the morning? On Saturday? That's too early for me. I don't even have a truck. I guess you'll have to rent one. By the way, do you have some helpers to help you load the truck? You know what? I've been thinking. Probably it's better for you to do the job. It's better to pay you to do the job right and not having to go through all that hassle. Good thinking. Sign here and let me get to work. This is the truth. People are not just paying for a job. They are paying for knowledge, experience, tools, time, family sacrifices, and other things you bring to the table. They pay for their convenience. Don't let others dictate your worth. If you find value in this content, please like, share, and follow.